private dancer. And the response was, Danny, just so you know, we can't talk about politics or sex during Toastmasters. I said, well, first of all, I'm too young to know anything about politics or sex. Two, my speech is very clean. And now, if you don't mind, I have to go rewrite my speech. So I spent all night trying to come up with a really funny way to start this and to impress you all. I even bought a brand new pair of pants, a little bit of breakfast on them, and I didn't know until this morning that my funny opening was built in, because they forgot to take it off. But all joking aside, this speech is about a very serious subject: addiction. 20 years ago, when I started high school as a freshman, because most people are freshmen when they start high school, I was confronted with all kinds of peer pressure. A lot of kids turn to smoking, drinking, alcohol, bulimia, all kinds of things. I turned to Tina Turner. She was my obsession. In 1993, most of my classmates were listening to Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Janet Jackson, TLC. I was obsessed with Tina Turner. It went so fast and furious. Months later, I had a Halloween party. I convinced my two best buddies that we should dress up. I was Tina Turner, one was Dolly Parton, one was Madonna. Then I got them to perform a number at our Halloween party for all of our classmates. Years later, my first professional job after high school, I worked in Verizon in the customer service call center. And one day, not at Halloween time, they had customer service all-star day, and we had to come to work dressed as our favorite superstar. Not only that, I carried around a tape recorder on my wrist with Proud Mary queued up so that I could perform on demand. There was a lot of demand. I'm not going to do it for you, don't worry. So anyway, after spending about $10,000 on collectibles, what are you all looking at? Checking out my legs? There you go. All right. So after spending $10,000 on collector's items and albums and concerts and traveling for concerts, during her fourth farewell tour, I made my way to London. Not only to see her in a stadium, but to see her at Wembley Stadium, the last concert before they demolished it. I had pizza with one of her backup dancers. I rode the tube back to my hotel with her dance captain, and it was just a phenomenal experience. I get back to the States, and they announce that she's doing an encore leg. And I said, nope, I'm not going. Nothing will ever top seeing that legend at Wembley. But I couldn't resist, so I called the day of. They had a front row ticket at face value, so I had to do it. So I was like, how can I top this? How can I top Tina Turner at Wembley Stadium? So I pulled out my wig and my heels, and I decided that I was going to go see Tina as Tina. And it was very interesting. The dancers and the singers immediately saw, and they were giggling and talking, but Tina is a professional, and she does not break character until that night. So when she gets to the slow, sexy part of Private Dancer, it went like this. It was the most hideous face I've ever seen on her. It was terrible. And I did it, and it was on the Jumbotron, and it was perfect. So after the show was over, of course, I went to the Ritz-Carlton where she was staying, because I used to work there, and I knew the VIP entrance. I'm now banned from all Ritz-Carltons for stalking Tina Turner. What are you going to do? So, sadly, the love affair came to an end. She is retired. She did one more farewell tour. I went to Kansas City for the kickoff. I saw her 69th birthday concert in Newark, and my last concert was Madison Square Garden, 4th row center. But she's kind of disappeared since then. So I've had to try and get my fix when I could. Are you still looking at my legs? Not bad, right? It's not bad. As I was saying, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? See, he wasn't even paying attention. Are you one of the judges? Oh, by the way, judges, There's an envelope taped to the bottom of your chair with some cash in it. It's not from me. As I was saying, she's gone. I try to find my joy in Tina Turner when I can. Last January, I went and got a Tina Turner tattoo on my arm. A few weeks ago, she was on Oprah's Next Chapter. I haven't watched it yet because it might be the last time she's ever on TV, so I have to hold it and cherish it, save it for a rainy day. I don't have any regrets about my love affair, my addiction, my obsession with Tina Turner. But I do have to say that if I could go back, I probably would have picked a diva who wasn't going to quit on me. I'm only 35. I need like another 10 years. So, in retrospect, if I had to pick another diva, I guess, if I could turn back town, I might pick Cher. Because she's still here. These are annoying. That's all I have to say to you. I hope you enjoyed my story about addiction. Have a wonderful afternoon.